Water is life. It's essential for everything we do, thinking, breathing, and even just staying alive. But what happens when it's gone? Could you survive a week without drinking water? In this video, we'll uncover the science of hydration, explore real-life survival stories, and detail what happens to your body during extreme dehydration. We'll also share essential survival tips and bust common myths about water consumption. By the end of this video, you'll see just how fragile and resilient the human body can be. Stick around to the end because you might discover some surprising facts that could one day save your life. Let's dive in. Our bodies are incredible machines, but they're also heavily reliant on water. Did you know that up to 60% of your body weight is water? That percentage is even higher for infants, reaching as much as 75%, while it can drop to as low as 50% in elderly individuals. Water is everywhere in your body. Your blood is 90% water, your lungs are around 83%, and even your bones contain about 31%. Your brain? A whopping 73%. This isn't just trivia, it's a testament to how essential water is for our survival. Water serves numerous critical roles. It regulates body temperature, helps digest food, flushes out toxins, delivers oxygen to your cells, and cushions your joints. Did you know that water also plays a key role in generating energy? Inside your cells, water is a vital part of adenosine triphosphate, ATP production, the energy currency of life. Even slight dehydration, losing as little as 1 to 2% of your body weight in water, can impact your mood, concentration, and physical performance. But how much water do we really need? The often cited 8 glasses a day is a general guideline, but the truth is more complex. Factors like your body size, activity level, and environment all play a role. The National Academies of Sciences recommends about 3.7 liters, 125 ounces, for men, and 2.7 liters, 91 ounces, for women daily from all beverages and food. Around 20% of our water intake typically comes from food, with fruits like watermelon and oranges being excellent sources of hydration. So what happens to your body without water? Well, dehydration isn't just about feeling thirsty, it's a chain reaction that impacts every system in your body. During the first day without water, your body switches to conservation mode. Your mouth feels dry, your urine becomes darker, and you produce less of it. These are signs that your kidneys are working overtime to retain as much water as possible. Blood volume decreases, and as a result, your heart has to work harder to pump oxygen throughout your body. This is why dehydration often makes people feel tired. By the second or third day, the effects intensify. Your body's water reserves are depleting, and your cells begin to shrink. Fatigue becomes overwhelming, and dizziness can make standing up feel like an impossible task. Your body's ability to regulate temperature begins to fail, potentially leading to overheating and heat stroke. Meanwhile, your mental state suffers as your brain struggles to function with reduced hydration. This can result in confusion, irritability, or even hallucinations in extreme cases. By day 4 or 5, severe dehydration sets in. Your kidneys, which rely on water to filter waste, start to shut down. Without proper filtration, toxins build up in your body, causing nausea, headaches, and, in some cases, organ failure. Electrolyte imbalances become a serious risk. Sodium and potassium levels in your body swing wildly, which can disrupt your heart's electrical signals. This imbalance may cause irregular heartbeats, seizures, or even cardiac arrest. If you reach 6 or 7 days without water, survival is extremely unlikely. By now, your organs are failing, and your body can no longer maintain basic functions. Death usually occurs due to complications like kidney failure, electrolyte imbalance, or heart failure. However, it's worth noting that these timelines can vary significantly based on factors like age, health, and environmental conditions. What's clear is that water is non-negotiable for survival. So, can anyone actually survive without water? The general rule is that humans can survive only about 3 days without water, but there are extraordinary exceptions. Take the story of Mauro Prosperi, an Italian athlete who competed in the Marathon des Sables, a grueling 155-mile race across the Sahara Desert in 1994. A sandstorm caused him to lose his way, and he was stranded for 10 days in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Mauro survived by drinking dew, his urine, and fluids from the stomachs of animals he found. So what allowed Mauro to survive? Several factors can influence how long someone can go without water. Climate is a major factor. Cooler environments slow down dehydration, while hot, arid climates like deserts accelerate it. Body composition also matters. Individuals with more fat tissue may retain water slightly better than those with leaner builds. Meanwhile, activity level is critical. Staying as still as possible conserves energy and slows water loss, while physical exertion burns through reserves. While these survival stories are inspiring, they're the exception, not the rule. For the average person, the clock starts ticking as soon as water becomes unavailable. Let's clear up some common myths about dehydration. A persistent belief is that drinking urine can keep you hydrated. While urine does contain water, it's also full of waste products and salts that can actually worsen dehydration. Drinking urine is only a temporary measure at best and is not a sustainable option. Another common misconception is that seawater can quench your thirst in an emergency. This is a dangerous myth. Seawater contains about 3.5% salt, much more than your kidneys can handle. Drinking it causes your body to expel more water than you consume, ultimately accelerating dehydration. What about not sweating? Many people assume that dehydration only occurs when you sweat excessively, but your body loses water constantly, even through breathing. In fact, in dry climates, you might lose more water through respiration than through perspiration. Understanding these myths isn't just about trivia. It could save your life in a survival situation. Remember, not all liquids are created equal when it comes to staying hydrated. So even if someone manages to survive extreme dehydration, the damage to their body can be severe and often irreversible. Dehydration places a tremendous strain on the kidneys, and prolonged periods without water can lead to chronic kidney disease or permanent kidney damage. In extreme cases, survivors may require dialysis for the rest of their lives. The brain isn't spared either. Severe dehydration can cause brain cells to shrink, which may lead to cognitive impairments, memory loss, or difficulties with decision-making. Chronic dehydration over time has also been linked to a higher risk of conditions like urinary tract infections, kidney stones, and even cardiovascular problems. The long-term consequences highlight the importance of avoiding dehydration at all costs. Staying hydrated is not just about quenching thirst, it's about ensuring the proper functioning of your entire body. So what are some good survival tips, you may ask? If you ever find yourself in a survival situation without access to water, there are strategies that can improve your chances of making it out alive. The first rule is conservation. Minimize physical activity to reduce water loss. Seek shaded areas to avoid overheating and sweating, as every drop of sweat counts when water is scarce. Look for alternative sources of water, such as dew that collects on plants in the early morning. You can also dig for groundwater near areas with vegetation, as plants often grow where water is present. Setting up a solar still, a simple device that uses the sun's heat to evaporate water and collect it as condensation, is another effective technique. Always purify any water you find before drinking it, even in survival situations. Boiling water is the most effective method to kill pathogens, but purification tablets or portable filters are also excellent tools. In a survival kit, having these items can mean the difference between life and death. Finally, preparation is key. If you're planning any activity where water access might be limited, always carry an ample supply of water and the tools needed to purify more if necessary. It's far better to over-prepare than to face the consequences of dehydration. So to conclude, water isn't just a necessity, it's the essence of life. Without it, the human body rapidly deteriorates, leaving only a narrow window for survival. So, how long could you last without water? Hopefully you'll never have to find out. If you learned something new today, let us know in the comments below. Have you ever been in a situation where water was scarce? Share your story. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who could benefit from this knowledge.